Good morning. Welcome to lesson 159 in A Course in Miracles. I give the miracles I have received. No one can give what he has not received. To give a thing first requires you have it in your possession. Here the laws of heaven and the world agree, but here they also separate. The world believes that to possess a thing, it must be kept. Salvation teaches otherwise. To give is how to recognize you have received. It is the proof that what you have is yours. You understand that you are healed when you give healing. You accept forgiveness as accomplished in yourself when you forgive. You recognize your brother as yourself, and thus do you perceive that you are whole. There is no miracle you cannot give, for all are given you. Receive them now by opening the storehouse of your mind where they are laid and giving them away. Christ's vision is a miracle. It comes from far beyond itself, for it reflects eternal love and the rebirth of love which never dies, but has been kept obscure. Christ's vision pictures heaven, for it sees a world so like to heaven that what God created perfect can be mirrored there. The darkened glass the world presents can show but twisted images in broken parts. The real world pictures heaven's innocence. Christ's vision is the miracle in which all miracles are born. It is their source, remaining with each miracle you give, and yet remaining yours. It is the bond by which the giver and receiver are united in extension here on earth, as they are one in heaven. Christ beholds no sin in anyone, and in his sight the sinless are as one. Their holiness was given by his Father and himself. Christ's vision is the bridge between the worlds, and in its power can you safely trust to carry you from this world into one made holy by forgiveness. Things which seem quite solid here are merely shadows there, transparent, faintly seen, at times forgot, and never able to obscure the light that shines beyond them. Holiness has been restored to vision, and the blind can see. This is the Holy Spirit's single gift, the treasure house to which you can appeal with perfect certainty for all the things that you can contribute to your happiness. All are laid here already. All can be received but for the asking. Here, the door is never locked, and no one is denied his least request or his most urgent need. There is no sickness not already healed, no lack unsatisfied, no need unmet within this golden treasury of Christ. Here does the world remember that what was lost when it was made. Here does the world remember what was lost when it was made, for here it is repaired, made new again, but in different light. What was to be the home of sin becomes the center of redemption and the hearth of mercy, where the suffering are healed and welcome. No one will be turned away from this new home, where his salvation waits. No one is a stranger to him. No one asks anything of him except the gift of his acceptance, of his welcoming. Christ's vision is the holy ground in which the lilies of forgiveness set their roots. This is their home. They can be brought from here back to the world, but they can never grow in its unnourishing and shallow soil. They need the light and warmth and kindly care Christ's charity provides. They need the love with which he looks on them, and they become his messengers who give as they received. Take from his storehouse that its treasures may increase. His lilies do not leave their home when they are carried back into the world. Their roots remain. They do not leave their source, but carry its beneficence with them, and turn the world into a garden like the one they came from, and to which they go again with added fragrance. Now are they twice blessed. The messages they brought from Christ have been delivered and returned to them, and they return them gladly unto him. Behold the store of miracles set out for you to give. Are you not worth the gift when God appointed it to be given you? Judge not God's Son, but follow in the way he has established. Christ has dreamed the dream of a forgiven world. It is his gift, whereby a sweet transition can be made from death to life, from hopelessness to hope. Let us an instant dream with him. His dream awakens us to truth. His vision gives the means for a return to our unlost and everlasting sanctity in God. And that is the end of lesson 159. I give the miracles I have received. The gifts of heaven, so unlike the world, grow as we give them. And so I love that when we take from the storehouse of Christ's love, of God's love, it fills them up even more. And if you think about the story in the Bible of the fishes and the loaves, where there was a great gathering and there were only 2 fish and 2 loaves, or 3 and 5, and they had a huge gathering of people, so many more than they expected. And in that moment, when they gave that over to God, there was food left over and everyone was able to eat, because the more that they gave and shared that love, that gift of God, the more that was created. And so everyone was satisfied, was full, was contented, and there was still more of the love of the fish, of the loaves, that food, that there was still more left over to give. And so when we give love, when we give forgiveness, it doesn't take away from us. It just makes more love and more forgiveness and more miracles and more light. And so that is what we need to remember today, as when we give love, when we forgive, it simply opens the door for more to happen. Let's see what Tina Spalding's channelings are. You are blessed beings indeed, and this is the gift that you all can give yourselves. When you practice forgiveness, the ego tells you it is a gift, and you give to somebody else and you will lose. If you give up your resentment, bad memories, and history, you lose. You do not lose. You gain freedom, and you see that to offer forgiveness to the world through looking upon it with knowing and forgiving eyes, you free yourself from the drama and slavery to death that the world of separation offers you. Those of you in trouble mentally and emotionally are judging something. You judge your life as incorrect, or you judge a family member as sinful. You are doing something that causes your own pain. The ego, the mind, or the part of the mind that believes in separation, must create separation because that's what it believes in. So you suffer. There's a part of your mind that believes you are separate from God and from your brothers and sisters. You believe if only they would change, then everything would be better. The world must change for you to be better. The truth is, you must change. You must change what you believe to be true about reality. You must change your mind about yourself and your brothers and sisters to see that you bring this suffering to yourself. It is through your judgments that you implement this creative process. It is a miscreation. You don't want to suffer, but you do it inadvertently. Those of you who focus on your own suffering will see there is an unloving thought in there about yourself, one of your brothers or sisters, a place, or an idea. You cause your suffering when you believe that idea. Turn toward the Holy Spirit and ask to be shown where you are in loving. Ask to be shown where your mind projects hatred and separation onto somebody or something. You will be shown, but you must want it. You must want something other than your suffering. You must want something more than your anger. You must want peace, and you must want to see the truth. The truth is you are all one. The truth is you are all equal. The truth is that only errors of thought are made on this planet. No permanent sin is committed. Forgive them, for they know not what they do, is a quote from Luke 23, verse 34. I am that one that you know is Jesus, and I will see you again tomorrow. And that is the end of Tina Spalding's channelings. Again, if we want love, we need to be willing to see love. And even if we don't know what that looks like, we can ask and acknowledge that we know that there's something better. Be willing to open your eyes and look at life from a completely new perspective and watch as the miracles begin to unfold. And don't discount even the tiny miracles of a slight change in a perception that gives you more love. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.